Let's be honest, if you've been thinking about starting an online business, you've probably heard of dropshipping, and it has been hyped for years as the best and easiest business model for beginners. And I hate to be that guy to say it to you, but it is absolutely not. It is overhyped, oversaturated, outdated, and the worst business model you can start off if you're a beginner. In this video, I'm going to compare dropshipping to what I believe is the superior business model, aka digital synthesis. I'm gonna explain why dropshipping is absolute garbage and why digital synthesis is your best option as a complete beginner or 9-to-5 worker. And if this is your first time here, my name is Angela. I'm a 21-year-old entrepreneur and I've made over $3,000 passively from my phone with digital synthesis. And this is coming from somebody that was literally in debt and in overdraft very often. There were times in my life where the only thing I could eat was rice and eggs because that was the only thing I could afford. And I was able to completely change my situation with digital synthesis. So if I were you, I'll bring on my pen and paper and take notes because I'm gonna share the entire strategy right here. Now, for the few of you that don't know what dropshipping is, it's a very simple business model in theory. Essentially, the way you make money with dropshipping is by finding a low ticket product on AliExpress, for example, for $1, $2, $3, and then you sell it for higher profits. So if you got it for $5, you sell it for $30. And the way that you sell it is by actually buying it from the supplier and then selling it through your online Shopify store. Then the rest of the job essentially is to just do a bunch of ads, a lot of organic marketing maybe, and whenever somebody buys the product directly from your store, the supplier sends the product directly to the customer, so you don't have to touch any inventory. You can do it completely remote. So your main concern most times is to just handle the ads, handle the branding, maybe some customer service here and there, and that's it. And in all honesty, it sounds like a great business model, but I'm going to explain to you why it is actually your worst option as a beginner. Dropshipping is extremely overrated, oversaturated, and overhyped. I'm going to show you some proof here of people that have come in my DMs, right? They sent me DMs. These are all people, real people that have DM'd me over the years complaining about dropshipping, how horrible it is, how bad it is, and how they've actually lost money with dropshipping. And I can actually keep going. So I'm gonna remove this right here, get back to the presentation and explain to you guys why this is absolutely horrible. Number one, horrible profit margins. You only make about 20 to 30% profit after all expenses. So let's say, for example, that you made 10K in revenue, you only bring back home profit, aka dollars in your pocket, around 2K to 3K, which is absolutely insane because you have to put in so much work and effort into dropshipping for it to actually work. Number two, the ad costs are insane. So if you're running this during the holidays like January, maybe a bit of December, the ad costs are absolutely insane. And if you're somebody that don't have much cash, then ads is definitely not an option for you. Number three, too much headaches. There are a bunch of shipping delays, refunds, supplier issues, and bad reviews can completely destroy your entire store. If you're not willing to handle everything and potentially even hire a team to help you out, you're not gonna succeed with dropshipping. That's just logic 101. And lastly, it is extremely overwhelming for beginners. All of those people that you saw in my DMs are real people that are just complaining about how they never got any success with it because it was never built to give them any success. And I'm not gonna lie here and say that dropshipping doesn't work. It does work. A lot of people have become millionaires with it, and that is great. But if you're somebody like a 9-to-5 worker and you don't have much cash, you don't have much time, you cannot afford to manage an entire team, do customer service, and spend 12-hour days on ads and all this other crazy stuff with dropshipping. It's just not realistic. So you're probably asking, okay, dropshipping sounds absolutely horrible. What is the better option? And this is where digital synthesis come in, where number one, every sale that you make is pure profit. The most that you would pay in fees is maybe a Stripe fee or a Gumroad fee of about 3%. So if you make $100, you bring back home like $97, which is amazing. Number two is fully remote. Yes, dropshipping is fully remote as well, but you have shipping delays and returns and all this crazy stuff of logistics, and that is completely inexistent with digital synthesis because the products get delivered automatically and instantly to your customer's phone, tablet, or computer. Number three, it is infinitely scalable. You can create that product once, like an ebook or a mini course, for example, and then sell it unlimited amount of times without having to do anything because it's digital. Number four, it is low risk and high reward. It is perfect for beginners because it has low startup cost. You can start off with $0 or at most $1 to $10 a day on ads, which is obviously optional. And the reason why this is so high reward and low risk is because AI can handle the entire process for you in regards to the content, in regards to creating the product, selling the product, and the automations to actually, make this passive. And lastly, you do not need to be an expert. A lot of people think that for you to sell digital products online that you need to have a huge audience, you need to show your face and be some crazy expert. Well, you don't have to. All you need to do is simply share a knowledge that you already have, information that you already have, a passion, a skill, or simply synthesize information that you're learning along the way. So let's say, for example, that you're super interested in stoicism, you don't know too much about it, but you really want to make that your niche. All you can do is go on Google, YouTube, read a few books, and even use ChatGPT to take all that information and synthesize it, regurgitate it to your audience. In the moment you start teaching something to somebody else in human psychology, you become an authority, aka an expert. And all you're doing is taking information that is scattered on the internet and bringing that to your audience. So no, you do not need to be an expert or have a huge audience, because I have less than 7K followers and I've been able to make a lot of money to the point where I bought myself a new phone, I brought my little brother a new phone, I got my mother a new computer, and I've been able to help out my mom with medical bills and just house bills overall. And if you're wondering, bro, okay, this sounds nice, but is this really legit? Bro, the global e-learning market, aka the digital synthesis market, is projected to be over $1 trillion worth. So if you needed any more proof, this is it. This exact business model has allowed me to go to Barcelona, to go to London, to go to Paris, to ride on jet skis for fun. And I have a trip planned to Portugal in 1 week. And I'm doing this on my own timing. I have the freedom to do so because I don't have to spend 12-hour days in front of a computer stressing about ads and the shipping returns and all this crazy stuff. Now, for those of you wondering, okay, how does this actually work? It is a very simple process. Number one, content. It can either be organic content, it can either be through ads. Both ways work great. All you need to do is replicate viral content. So no, you don't need to come up with your own ideas or be a content genius. All you need to do is copy what's already working in your niche. So you create a few videos online, you make sure you go crazy, post a few times a day, start to slowly build an audience, and then start being very active in the DMs. Why are we being active in the DMs? Because it is through the DMs that we're actually going to start proposing a free product, aka a lead magnet. And the purpose of this free product, it could be like an ebook, for example, that's going to nurture your audience, so give them more information about what you do, who you are, give them some value, some more information, and obviously promote your paid product. Now you can obviously sell somebody else's and be an affiliate, or sell your own, which will of course make way more money. Now when you're gonna send this free product, before they even receive it, they're gonna give you your email, which we call an opt-in page, right? Where you're gonna use this entire funnel to actually collect their emails so we can then nurture them over time. And with these emails, we're gonna start getting them more information about what you do, who you are, what this is, and basically just giving them more and more value to make them aware of the paid product, which is how you get paid. Now, of course, you could replace these emails with a broadcast channel, with long form content on YouTube, whatever you want. But essentially, the goal here is to be very active on social media, be active in the DMs, give out free products so we can build that trust with your audience, nurture them even more with a broadcast channel or emails, and then just bring all of that traffic, all of that attention to the paid product. This is how you can easily make $100 a day, $200 a day, $500 a day, or more. And people all over the world like Iman Gadzi, Andrew Tate, Luke Belmar, and so many more have used this exact business model to make money online. So this is my question for you. With dropshipping, you technically sell a product for $30, but after ad cost, shipping, and fees and all this other extra stuff, you only make $5. But with digital synthesis, on the other hand, you can sell a product for $50 and you keep the full $50, which is absolutely insane. So you need to make a choice. Which one sounds better to you? If this is a numbers game, a logic game, which one do you think makes the most sense? You don't need a team, you don't need to get on calls, you don't need to show your face, you don't need an audience, you don't need to be an expert, and you make 100% profit. What else out there could possibly compare to digital synthesis? I know a lot of you right now are watching this video and you probably have more questions. You really want to know the ins and outs of the business so you can actually start this, and you're tired of your job and you really want to take this to that next level and make 3K, 5K per month, then send me a DM on Instagram or book a call with me, and I personally help you out one-on-one to make $5,000 per month passively. And if you don't hit that goal within 90 days, I'll work with you for free until you do. So if you're serious about getting started or you just have some curiosities and questions, send me a DM on Instagram or book a call with me. That being said, talk soon.